Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League, and let's see what team we're going to be trying out. We're going to be running the Diggersby paired with the Talonflame and the Toxapex in the back. So we're going to switch out here as we see the Pangoro, and we know we can tank one of the moves. They go for the close combat and dip. We are going to be able to resist that move, and then we're going to be able to fire off our Sludge Wave here. It does grab a shield from this Feraligatr. So far, it looks like this Toxapex is a core breaker for their team. They are going to fire off a Hydro Cannon that we are going to be able to resist. And we can shield here or let this go, depending on if we want to get this next move off. They are going to have to shield or let this go. Let's see what they end up doing. So they decided to go 2 shields down, and that's job well done by the Toxapex, honestly. So we're going to come back in here with the Diggersby. We're going to be able to tank one, but now the question is, do we farm down or... Okay, no farm down. We're going to have to either shield here or let this go. We decided to let this go and try to take the advantage with the Talonflame. The opponent does switch out into the Azumarill though, so unfortunately they had double waters in the back. Kind of tough to beat with double water in the back against our double weak to water. But looks like the Ice Beam gets shielded, and we needed to at least get one more Incinerate through. Tough game in the back, but honestly the team is ABV towards fighters. So you got the Diggersby, and then you got 2 anti-fighters in the back. So unfortunately couldn't quite come back from that double fighter, but we're gonna have to stay in here and tank the superpower. They switch out into the Feraligatr. Feraligatr here is going to be met with our Toxapex. We are going to try to chunk away. We are going to have to think about baiting here or going for the move. They decided to go for another Hydro Cannon here. It gets us into the yellow, and we're just going to go for the Sludge Wave. We need the shield or get the KO. Let's see what they like to do. They decided to let it go, so that's good that we get rid of the Feraligatr. We are going to only be able to throw this Brine here back at this Dragonite. We do grab a shield, which is fantastic. We have to go into our Talonflame here to try to win the game. This is obvious shield. We are chunking away with our Incinerate. We are going to be able to get that last Incinerator for the KO. So this is going to be an easy shield. And then now we're going to see what they have in the back here. Ends up being the Registeel. So Registeel here is going to struggle against our Talonflame. We go for the Fly, and then we switch out immediately into our Scorching Sand. This is going to get potential debuff. We do get the debuff, and then we're going to be able to force them to use some energy right here. We know that this Focus Blast does take out the Diggersby, but we are going to come back in with the Talonflame with some energy. Brave Bird gets used, and then we have one more Incinerate to use to take them out. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Talonflame in the back. Luckily, it did get matched up against that Registeel, and even though we don't necessarily have fire charge moves, the fire fast moves came in clutch. Alright, Driplim here. Oh, we Simon switch out. They go into their Wall Ring. Wall Ring against the Toxapex is not really a counter. Even though they can get to these Earthquakes, the Earthquake will not KO. So we're going to show the first one, and then we're going to see what they do here. We're going to throw the Sludge Wave. It does KO. Now we still have a good, healthy Toxapex, and this is going to come in handy because we need to chip away as much as possible, as this Driplim is going to be able to throw a move right here. We are going to have to tank it, whatever it is. Ends up being the Shadow Ball. We can easily tank that. They switch out into the Dunsparce. Dunsparce here is going to be problematic for our Talonflame, so we're going to use our Diggersby instead. This Diggersby has to either get this low enough for a farm down or take it out. Okay, not exactly sure how they got that move off. Maybe we're dealing a little bit of frame drops here. We're going to go for this Scorching Sand. Trying to sit on good timing here. Yeah, we definitely got frame drops right now. So we are having to throw these charge moves after one fast move here. Does get him into the red, thankfully, and then we're going to switch out into the Talonflame versus the Driplim. Here we can shield and look for the farm down. Our opponent does elect to go for the Icy Wind, which is fine because now we have a move and they realize that that is GG's for them, because we're going to either get to 2 flies or get that shield, and then we're going to be able to win the game with the backline. Okay, next game. Let's see. What do we find? We got the Diggersby versus the Toxapex. Okay, this is a decent. They are going to be able to resist their fast moves, so we're going to have the advantage with the quick attacks. We're going to go for the Scorching Sand. It does get them into the low green, but they're going to be very close to the yellow soon. They switch up to their own Diggersby. So Diggersby, as a switch-in, we're anticipating they don't have Hyper Beam. We showed just in case though, but now they reveal Fire Punch, and we know now that they do not have the Hyper Beam, so we should be okay just spamming away with these flies with our own Talonflame. We're looking to gain a ton of energy. This is going to be another Fire Punch here. Oh, actually they go for the Scorching Sand. The Scorching Sand is also resistant, so we are going to be able to go for extra Incinerate and go for the fly, and then we counter switch immediately, and they have the Feraligatr in the back. Feraligatr here, oh, it looks like they lagged out, or what are they doing? Okay, it looks like they did lag out, unfortunately. That would have been close. The Toxapex was chunking away with their fast moves, but you all know that Feraligatr is very spammy, so we would have definitely been able to chip away at the Feraligatr. It would just come down to a couple of things. Maybe we have a catch with our own Talonflame, or we get to 2 Scorching Sands with the Diggersby, because we were definitely going to get a shield from that Feraligatr with our Toxapex. So let us know in the comments, what do you think? Would we have been able to win that game anyways, or did they have a chance? All right, next day we got the Shiny Clockstar versus our Diggersby. This is a favorable matchup for us here. We're going to stay in for now. Even though they could throw an Earthquake, we're going to anticipate them switching out. They do switch out into the Mana Buzz. We're going to fire off this Hyper Beam here to deal some chip damage. And our opponent here does throw a move into the Talonflame. Let's see what moves they're running. They're running the Dark Pulse. So the Dark Pulse here, a little bit more damage. Okay, there goes the Dark Pulse again. We're going to go for the build up to 2 flies, but they elect to let it go. Whoa! Our opponent ends up sniping our energy. The Flame Drop makes us lose all that energy on our Talonflame, and that is brutal, because we would have been able to get a shield or huge damage towards that Feraligatr. Let's see if we can recover from that tragic situation. We do shield the Earthquake from this Clockstar. We're going to fire off this Scorching Sand when we have it. It does debuff the Clockstar, okay, so that we have that going for us. We need to gain a ton of energy, but we're not going to be able to farm down, because we're going to be about 100 energy. We're going to fire off this Scorching Sand here right before they get to their move. We needed the shield right there, but they recognize that 2 shield Feraligatr might be their win condition, so we're going to go and fire off this Scorching Sand. We do not get the debuff. Our opponent here does fire off the Hydro Cannon here. It does get us into the red. We're going to go for this Brine Bait here. Let's see what they elect to do. Anticipating double shielding. Yep, there goes the shield. We get a little bit of extra damage, and now it comes down to, will we be able to reach this Scorching Sand before they get to their move? It's not looking likely, because we know how spammy it is, and unfortunately it does not work out for us. So losing the energy with our Talonflame end up coming in significant. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.